ladies and gentlemen. Today na another day we God don arrange. Say Motiko see. My name now they call Evangelist Greg Utochi. By the special grace of God, my God make us see today. Now, my today news na the very tough one. I tell you now, see, as they come, now so I go to the Nakuna too. A lot of things don't they happen lately for inside Nigeria, and those things now bring common people now. So those of you that whenever subscribe to my channel, what you see they wait for. Subscribe to my channel. Subscription are free. Subscribe to them. Just subscribe. Touch that word where they put subscribe. Where they put now free. I tell you now, say be like the word where they say follow me. Difference not do inside. Just touch the word subscribe, and it don't finish. In case I post any video, whether you like them or not, or you not like them, the one way you like, you watch. But I urge you to watch all of them because all of them good. I know they bring any video. That good video they good. Oh, and when you touch them, so what do you touch them? Yeah? See when you do. Oh, yeah, sit down. Make I tell you why we are here. Eh? I know my adopted father before. Now the person of Joe Biden. Oh yeah, now they put up for the.
Because when you use VPN, it exposes your entire data, including your bank accounts.
That one I lie Mohammed now. Wait till who use VPN? Like Mohammed, stop now. This guy, he not the fail. Anytime you call him, it's a big package. He say anybody will use VPN. He say they go, your account go be exposed. Which day they don't link your account, your bank account to VPN when you say if you use VPN, your account will just be exposed. Bank never exposed now my own personal account. And I question to that. I'm on here, how much you could decide the bank account safe? Yeah? Oh, this guy said I say put my doctor's father, you go put okay, maybe we just settle like Mohammed is. Like Mohammed say, those way they use VPN, now himself that they do. Say not be him. Eh? Say now himself. You see, because if you use VPN, you go there exposed. Your account number, they go feel swell one. Your account, your money feel lost. Your account will call the exposed. For those of you now, whenever I wash out waiting, they provoke, they talk. Oh yeah.
My advice to anybody using VPN is to stop it. Because when you use VPN, it exposes your entire data, including your bank accounts. No, I'm serious. So please, if you're using VPN and you think you are hurting like Mohammed, you are hurting yourself. I think it's a good opportunity for our very resourceful Nigerians to also look at how they can, have an app that can replace Twitter, and it will be patronized by all of us. We've received a few approaches. I want to encourage them.
When like Mohammed he talk the word, he be like person they happy, be like person they verse. Like Mohammed the verse say Nigeria they use VPN till they visit Twitter. That one where like Mohammed they talk so, Mona tell her make he and his children go use that Nigeria Twitter. Go use that. And they just block Twitter. This Ozegu. See, he just come out. He don't open your social media. Make everybody go there. Like Mohammed, I beg use the social media. We're not interested for that one, I beg. Give us the one way we sabi. We're not interested for you and your people. Make you and this guy gonna to use when you pay now. Say people they would use VPN. Provoke. Like Mohammed, this guy, if he like you, oh God, he get the gift of lie. If I tell the guy, now good liar. Let's go to the other news. Sheikh Gumi don't come as I say. Nigerians say they love to remain one. It's all those people where they agitate, where they call themselves Oduduwa agitators and Biafra agitators. He said all those one are lie. He said people like to do it, associate with themselves. So because of that one, he said all these one are just shy places. They're not different from Boko Haram. They're not different from Bandit. They're not different from Fulani Herdsmen. They're not different from all these people. He said all of them are the same. He said make them go sit down. They be even small children. He said, make the God tell us who go divide the country. He said, he is vile. He said, nothing like that they happen. He said, he use brokers. Say Nigeria, they like to be one. He said, because during voting, all Nigerians, they come out to vote. For those of you who never watch the video, when the guy did the talk, oh yeah, take care.
You don't think Nigeria splitting into Oduduwa, Republic, Biafra, and Arewa is the way out?
Let me tell you the truth. Like I have Yoruba in-laws myself. Yoruba in-laws, I have them. So one of my what do you call it? Their issues now. What do you call them? Do you call them a Hausa Fulani or you call them Yorubas? Who is coming to divide us and say those people should go back to? If you go to Lagos, if you go to okay, I usually give example. Murtala Mohammed, General Murtala Mohammed, the man from Kano, the head of state that was assassinated by Dinka. His wife is a Yoruba woman. So where do you want his children to go if the nation is divided? Are they going to be with the Yorubas or are they going to be with the Hausas in the north? Look, let's forget this useless youth. They are no more different from these hardmen. These people agitating for Oduduwa and Biafra or Arewa or this Boko Haram. They are all the same group of people. Majority of Nigerians wants to stay in Nigeria. And if they're in doubt, let's make a referendum. I can make a look at the election. When the election in Nigeria, millions of votes from all the states, PDP or APC states, you get millions of votes, means Nigerians are ready to stay in a corporate Nigeria. This is by an indirect referendum, which shows that people are ready. All these youth that are making noise, whether Boko Haram, Shekau, whether Kanu of IPOP, whether whatever it is of Oduduwa, they are just a small, tiny minority of Nigerians using sentiments, ethnic, archaic, retrogressive sentiments to destabilize the nation. But Nigerians, I'm telling you, I can vouch on that. Nigerians want to stay together in peace, but in peace and equity, not any segment of Nigeria which is cheated. I can vouch for that, I am for that.
If I hear you clearly, you said Nigerians really want to be together. Are you really sure Nigerians want to be together?
Yes, they want to. No, yes, they want to be. Yeah, I'm in Sokoto now. There are still Igbo traders there, many, in millions. They don't want to go back home. So what do you tell me? They want Biafra. Biafra is a nuisance, just like Boko Haram. You think every northerner is a Boko Haram? No, but not. Most Nigerians, they don't want these extreme ethnic or religious groups. They don't want them. Most Nigerians want peace. They live together as a nation. That is it. And what can affirm to you? Look at all these people agitating like Oduduwa. Where are the Yoruba leaders? Why they are not talking about it? Look at the Igbo leaders too. They are not talking about Biafra. Look at Nigerians. We are not talking about Boko Haram or herdsmen. In fact, now you look. I'm trying to pacify herdsmen to bring them back to civility. This is what we expect Yoruba leaders to go into this Oduduwa people. Youth. They are youth usually very young people who have never noticed, has never experienced what do you call it, civil war, making noise. Some of them even from outside. So Yoruba leaders should take care of their Yoruba miscreants. The Igbo should take care of their Igbo miscreants. And we are doing here, taking care of the herdsmen and Boko Haram. We intend, inshallah, to take this, message to Boko Haram too, to put down their weapons.
You see, So Gumi, because of the people they fight for their rights, so those one where they come and they vote, so they not go fee vote. When they amalgamate Nigeria, now everybody come out. Now representative they amalgamate Nigeria. Now they say me Nigeria break. But the view where you take look and say it's not sweet. You talk go why some they like this, why some those where they decide where they want to go again. Oga, as we dey Nigeria, so there are people born Nigeria where they dey outside country, their papa dey that side and their mama dey this side. Who they be? So if the country divide, not me say person wey come from Hausa, no fit go stay for Hausa, he get the right to stay for Hausa and still get the right to stay for. So your point not be the very good point. So it is very, very good say make Nigeria be one. But the way where you take pledge with your boss, your brokers, he no enter. You supposed give us better point. Let's go to the news. Our Senate president, the one where they give 27 billion naira, make they renovate National House of Assembly. Don't come and say Nigeria poor. He say so make Nigeria they continue to dey borrow. Say the only thing when Nigeria get now to dey borrow. Make Nigeria they borrow. So Nigeria they borrow responsibly. For those of us who never watched the video, wait till they talk say make Nigeria they borrow responsibly. Oh yeah, take calm.
We also have the loan request from Mr. President. The loan request particularly is to fund the 2021 Appropriation Act. And of course, this is not a new request. It's something that we had passed in the MTF, and it's something that when we passed the budget 2021, we also passed that. So it's only to give the necessary legislative approval for the government, for the administration to go further and collect the funds. What I want to assure Nigerians here is that we are not going to be frivolously supporting or approving loans for the executive arm of government. Whenever we have to approve any loan, we have to insist on the details of what projects will be funded for those by those loans. We have to look at the conditions that are attached to the loans. There must be favorable conditions before we approve, and we will be up to date with our oversight to ensure that what we have approved is directly deployed and on those projects that we have also approved for implementation. So, and our options are really very limited as a country. First, we don't have the necessary revenues. Nigeria is poor. We shouldn't deceive ourselves. Nigeria is not rich. Given the circumstances we live in, given the challenges we have, our resources are so low, our revenues are so low, and therefore the option of not doing anything, just to sit because we have no money, we shouldn't go for infrastructure development, is not even an option worthy of consideration. You cannot keep the economy stagnant. Two, you cannot, in my view and judgment, tax Nigerians further for you to raise the money for infrastructure development. Other countries do that, but we have serious situation across the country. So you cannot put, the only option left is for us to borrow responsibly, utilize prudently.
You see, make Nigeria they borrow responsibly, and him himself go to see the thief them responsibly. Answer say the one where they give and so, what you use and do. How much he use and do? Wait, not be the same roof, see the leak so. The roof. Not be the roof they leak so. May they go borrow another one come, they go give her you not to do it. Because he get target say one day he go rule this country. This man go rule this country. Oh yeah, you tell him.
Be mumu. You think say they wise? You are a mumu man. You are a mumu man.
They borrow response. Nigeria is poor. How much is your salary and your wages and your allowance? If Nigeria poor, as you talk, cut your salary. No gonna cut on salary, on wages. Gonna split all of them. Gonna reduce on expenses. Gonna reduce on allowances and on wages. If Nigeria is poor, why Nigeria go borrow money to take the pay una? When they calculate how much only the National House of Assembly they pack they go as monthly, he reach to take employ millions of Nigeria. They come out on here say Nigeria is poor. How much should they receive? These people now they destroy this country, so see Nigeria is poor. Let's go to the other news. One 21 years old girl from the University of Lagos dog kill one man when he be Super TV CEO. And the man picture be this. Why the girl when he kill the man, so now picture be this. When they call the interview the girl about what really happened, the girl can't really bring out what happened. Among the things where the girl talks so, you see, what really lead to this thing? Na koji. When he rise for night, koji. I know koji na. If that koji rise, men not defeat their body could be hot. So men their body could be hot. They not defeat the control. Now the man koji na he rise for night. Why the koji rise? Because they take drugs. According to the girl, see, now when they don't smoke, drink, finish, they don't go tired. You see, when sleep don't they cash on, now the man could rise. Say, he won't walk. The girl said, I'm not in the mood. The man said, you go in the mood. And when I know say some of all these drugs, when I want to take some, what can I take here? They want to now. The man said, you know, if you tired, I must do. Naikasala boss. For those of you now we never watch the video, I know say the video does circulate everywhere. A lot of, but those of you now we never still watch and oh yeah, take time.
Okay, so why didn't you like? What was it about the first time that you didn't like? What did he do to you, or what happened?
I was trying to sleep. It was midnight, so we have drank and we have smoked, so I was already like sleepy. And then I was already sleepy, and then when it came onto me I was resisting. That was what happened. It was violent about it.
Okay, what kind of smoke? You mentioned smoke 2 times. What did you guys smoke?
It was SK Loud. That was it.
SK and Loud.
Now, so how were you now arrested? Can you narrate that incident? Because you know for a while they've been looking for you. How were you arrested?
They came to my house, and that's how I was captured.
Okay, do you live with your parents?
Yeah.
Where?
No, like Meiji Yaba.
Okay, how long have you known this guy, and how did you meet him?
I've known him for 4 months, 5 months. I met him through a friend.
A friend introduced him to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so how regular do you people see?
Not too regular. Not too regular.
And you were saying he was coming for you. You understand?
That's
and
not my
you were tired. I need you to explain that part, because you know a lot of people could term that to mean another thing. When you were saying you were tired, he was coming for you. What do you mean exactly?
I was tired. I already drank. I already smoked, so I was feeling sleepy to sleep at that time. That's what I mean.
Okay, so how long did you guys stay? Did you check in on Sunday? When did he die? Which day did he die? And when did you leave him? And how were you able to escape from the room after killing him, or you just walked away?
Well, while he was lying there, I changed and then I left the room. I looked for the key for where he ate it, and I left.
Now you see him. Now the smoking and the drinking led to the kasala wey burst. You when you carry yourself, follow this kind of small girl. Though not be small girl again, and not be say they don't see they for some months. So I just take and say, Oga, let's put the guy picture. Oga, now you lose, oh. Don't lose, you don't lose. Well, what do you want to tell God? And don't say, devil don't open and they wait for you. Go answer your case. Stop drinking and stop smoking these drugs. Say no to drugs. No matter come reconcile, when they go judge the case, judge here. On the point, when lawyer go judge the case, so he go judge people for self-defense. When they go decide the whole thing and self-defense, all of them go lose. Go to the other one. The man where they supply Fulani herdsmen and bandit gun for the north, police don't finally catch him. If you see the man, a old man, and if you see the motor when the guy take the supply, so when they come ask the man, how you take this, what will be your work for a side? They say you want to supply them guns, and as they supply them, he say he pay now 250,000 for every move when he make. When they interview the man, they call police call tell and say you demonstrate how you take the supply this gun, how you take the shoot them beside the motor. This your motor, so he say when the man call the demonstrator. So, for those of you when they never wash and when the man take the demonstrate, they put the gun, oh yeah, take her.
Baba will simply go into the vehicle, open the bonnet, and demonstrate to you how he concealed the weapon. While Baba was being chased by police operatives, this damage occurred to the vehicle. As a result of this damage, we've realized that the bonnet can no longer take the number of weapons that it usually will take. However, Baba will just do a quick demo for you and then we'll return back to base. Baba, enter your motor, open your door, open your bonnet, and come and put the gun. What do they call gun for outside? You put bindiga in a bonnet. Chicken bonnet. Leave him. That's it. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So.
Saya Jeffy.
Look your back. You don't go enter. Because of what? Because of touch it, tell them. Okay. There is a weapon already. There is a weapon already neatly concealed here. Baba just told us that because of this push dent in, that he might not take further weapons. But Baba, how many guns, how many bindiga did they enter here? Huh? I mean, talking for English. 4. So you carry 4 guns. Where and where you don't carry gun go before?
Baba said he has conveyed these weapons severally along Ifon, his Sonlo axis, and that the people he conveys the weapons for are mostly nomadic Fulanis. That his role is simply to take the arms from one point to the other where they need it, that they will come out from the bush, take delivery of the weapons, and continue with whatever purpose they want to use them for.
Ask them how much do they pay?
They pay him 250,000 naira for every delivery.
See the fight against bandits and Boko Haram. You see, one of the reasons when it could make the thing go dey difficult, because those where they work with them, so they in the midst of the masses. This kind of person now, if they enter anywhere and they get their phone number, if it not be only supplying of guns, I believe they give them information. See this man? I beg, we no say na Fulani, all of them are Fulani. In fact, all of them are Musa, all of them. Now so we just take them. Make them handle this guy issue. If they make him, he go get something to talk. Make them make this man more. If you make him, he walk past the supply of guns, he go talk more. Because now these people, now they destroy this country. So see, and I see money where they get 250,000 every move. And see the kind of motorway they use till they supply them. You know, go quick no. Let's go to the other news, John. One man don't come out. Say, evil police, they buy guns, they buy a bullet from all these local producers. The man, when he talk the matter, when they take the interview for Channel TV, he say, make una not just blame the people. He say, evil police, see, they patronize them. He say, now because the police, they patronize them, now make their business they move. He say police themselves, people know say this thing where they buy so now illegal. They know they talk, say yeah, they see they buy. For those of them whenever wash, when they take the interview, they oh yeah, take car.
I was just about to make reference to the amount of work, because what some people will say is that when we see those kind of lapses, what it should indicate to us is that there is a need to strengthen internal mechanisms of checks, especially when it comes to the issue of arms. Because right now we're dealing with the proliferation of small arms and light weapons. And some people have been saying, oh, oftentimes we point fingers upwards and say, oh, it's because our borders are porous. Oh, there was war in Libya, and as a result, it found its way into Nigeria. But we're not making reference, it would seem, enough to those that are being sold in-house. I mean, what you're making reference to is not exactly strange, because this has been well documented. In the wake of the Niger Delta crisis, there were very strong reports, and this was not rumored, it was documented, that the armory of the Nigerian military was open, and that there were those who were selling weapons to aid the strife, it would seem, in the Niger Delta. So as a result of that, do you think that we, as a people, and even within the security agencies, have placed checks on being able to account for the armors and the the weapons that we have in our armory?
See, this is a very critical issue. Unfortunately, in one of our matters, in the court of appeal, one of the court of appeal decisions, I like making reference to the judge that gave the lead judgment said, truth is not a common vegetation on this planet. People don't like facing the truth. As we are talking now, check through this country in various parts. Do you know that let the police be very sincere about their system? In some states in this country, in some places, policemen are buying their bullets from black markets.
That's true.
They need to check it. This is not, I'm not raising alarm. Policemen are buying some of their bullets from black markets. This AK-47 they are carrying, they are buying packets from black markets. And I'm sure if they want to sit down and check through, they will know where those things are sold. Whether they are taken from the official armory or it is imported illegally, but it's there in circulation. It's there in circulation. They need to tell the truth. A lot of the weapons that are being circulated, we have very porous borders. We must admit it. So there's situations where some of these are imported illegally.
You see, if Nigerians they produce guns or produce bullets, not be that one people the news, not be that one people the problem. There is nothing wrong in a country producing some of all these things. The only thing be say, these people should be registered. And instead of us going outside this country to patronize outsiders, we should just patronize them and they should be legalized. These people should be registered under government. While government is also making funds from them. And from there, they will not be properly monitored. As they register these people, government they patronize them, and government see they make money from them. But they go stop importation. Then we patronize ourselves. That is what I be waiting they won't try to talk. Instead of police to they go illegal, it could become legal stuff. Nigeria they make money, government they make money from them, and the country they move forward. We see other countries that they make now, they buy within themselves. We see enter into some of the industrializations more. Go the other news, Joe. OPC, they don't verse. Say the law where they put say they don't want to open crazy so. When Fulani people don't want still 1 year so. Say they go deal with them. OPC, where they don't want to use IC for open space. They call culture, follow these cars. See race. I don't even know say car, see the tire. Until I see one car could near me the brake. Huh? You see, I beg, make I help the beg OPC. You see, OPC won't kill them. But the Fulani men there, all of them begin wrong. OPC where they don't want reason there. That they pursue the physical. They plenty die. For those of you who never watch the video when they run, yeah, take them.
Live at Ilesha Breweries Express. The bandits cow Riara. People are pursuing them, sending them away. They are pursuing them, the villagers. They didn't want them to settle. We didn't know where they are coming from all the way. But kudos to the Yorubas, to the OPC for a work well done. For this, they really tried, at least to pursue the people away from this town. You can see we have thousands of cows and thousands of cow riara following them with their cows. That means these people have something in their mind to do. They really have evil plan against Nigeria. because if you can see them, there are really many. Going live at Silesia. Live at Silesia. Live at Silesia. Live at Silesia. You can still see them far from here. There are many thousands. You see them coming from that far. You can see as thousands are there on the road. They are coming all the way. For information we gather, said they are coming all the way from Ibadan. Most of them are really coming all the way from Ibadan, and you can see even the cows are so tired the way they are doing.
Now, so it's supposed to be when you pull up for somewhere, the law will affect both the poor and the rich. The law will affect everybody. Who not keep her, now they go to deal with. Open grazing as the banner so Fulani herdsmen una go obey am. Not be because say una person a president now una go dey mash people head. Now so una see carry una cow. They go sleep for front of Ugeli non-secretariat. Now the picture of this. Now there, the cow, they take fresh air. They relax, they enjoy themselves. When they don't already pull up, say open grazing is banned. If you not be law-abiding citizen, why not they obey these laws? Apart from this open grazing, there are other means there. Now those myths una go put in place. Let's go to the other one. Recently, National House of Assembly roof don't leak because of one heavy rain when it fall. If you see where the roof they leak, you go fear your head. And you remember, see, they make one budget. And they could allocate almost about 27 billion naira where they want to renovate the National House of Assembly. For those of you who never see and the headline be that, now the money be that. Now our president if we allocate the money when they give out the budget. Now, plus those money, plus all those allocations where they don't see allocate give the National House of Assembly. The roof still the leak. It be like say the best way roof the house he miss one part. So now that part now could the leak like the leak. I bet for those of you who never wash the roof where they leak, maybe that's how they talk on officer they like, oh yeah, take care.
The chambers of the National Assembly began to leak profusely this morning following a heavy downpour in the nation's capital, Abuja. The leaking roof also spread to the press center and the Senate wing of the nation's apex legislative institution. Cleaners were deployed to place containers at the leaking spots and scoop the water from the floor. The development delayed the sitting of the senators who resumed today after a one-week break to mark the end of their second legislative year. In 2020, the leadership of the National Assembly had approved 37 billion naira for the renovation of the edifice built about 27 years ago.
See the way they rush. In fact, normal some people has not a leak like that. Some people has not a leak like that. This one, I better put the Senate president, put the Senate president face. Oga, you see see money where they allocate give una. What you use and do una shopper, una pocket the money. When the roof they leak, so which person had the leak good? And they say now your regime, as a Senate president, now be the most worst Senate president for the history of this country. You see, this guy now be the worst for the history of Nigeria.